The narcissist often portrays themselves as extremely confident, independent, and superior to others. However, behind this facade of confidence lies a set of serious weaknesses that form the behavior of narcissists. In this episode, I will discuss the most important 8 weaknesses of narcissists so that you can understand their behavior more and avoid falling into the trap of the manipulative narcissist easily. Although my speech is in the male form to facilitate the delivery of the information, it is very important to know that the narcissistic personality we are talking about can be a man or a woman. I also want to thank you for your support, and I hope that if you found the video beneficial, you would like and subscribe to the channel to help spread this information to anyone who may need it. Despite the narcissist's terrifying sense of insecurity and constant fear, which makes them appear in the ideal legendary image, they hide within themselves a tremendous weakness. Imagine a building with a weak and fragile foundation. Surely, this building will not last no matter how much you try to strengthen it, and in the end, it will collapse no matter how long it lasts. The narcissist makes an incredible effort to portray a false image of greatness and success, but inside, they suffer from continuous conflicts with doubts and fears that they cannot overcome. This feeling of fear is usually due to an old trauma inside the narcissist, which turns the narcissist into a continuous defensive state without even being aware of it. This is what constantly drives them to look for situations that show that they are a very superior and strong person so that they can cover up these weaknesses even from themselves. The narcissist heavily relies on others' opinions of them to gain self-respect and a sense of worth. Can you imagine someone who relies on others' opinions and praise to feel self-worth? With a complete lack of self-confidence and a fragile real personality, the narcissist feeds on compliments and sweet talk from others about them. At this time, they feel luxurious and magnificent when someone talks about them in a way that includes admiration or glorification. However, relying on this makes them vulnerable to criticism or rejection because not everyone will be fooled by the narcissist, and surely, someone will reveal their manipulation and deceptive methods, which will be a big problem for them because they will face their real personality, which they are basically running away from. Inside the narcissist, there is no room for empathy towards others or sympathy for their feelings and needs. This is strange for the narcissist, and they cannot understand it at all. This makes any relationship with the narcissist a superficial relationship that does not have any real connection or real closeness. On the contrary, this type of relationship eventually collapses in the end. One of the most important weaknesses of the narcissist is also that they have a terrible and insatiable desire to control everything around them because they understand that in this way, things will go the way they want and they plan for them. The narcissist's need for control shows you how weak the narcissist's real personality is, and when there is any challenge to the narcissist's control or their decisions are questioned, the fragility and internal weakness of the narcissist are clearly evident. The narcissist's reactions can be defensive, trying to take on the role of the victim, or they can turn into aggressive behavior because control is extremely important for the narcissist as it feeds their sense of happiness and provides them with a sense of security, but unfortunately, in a fake way. A very serious weakness in the narcissist personality is their envy and constant need for competition. The narcissist generally considers himself a strong and confident person who cannot be defeated or overcome. Therefore, he tends to try to control anyone to prevent them from resisting his ideas and schemes that he arranges. But what happens if the narcissist meets a confident person with great self-confidence? In this episode, I will tell you about 8 things that happen when a narcissist meets a strong opponent. Peace be upon you, and God's mercy and blessings be upon you. Welcome back to a new episode and a new video about narcissism. Before we start our episode, if you feel that you benefited from the video, don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button so that you receive notifications for all new videos immediately. First, the narcissist will start attacking his own personality and will not attack his ideas or beliefs directly. The narcissist will start attacking the person himself, such as accusing him of not being qualified to interfere in this matter because of his type. For example, if he is a man or a woman, or maybe because the narcissist, if he finds that the person is difficult to defeat in a normal discussion due to his organized thoughts, he will not continue to engage in a discussion with him and will start to criticize his type, for example, or anything that he can criticize about his personality, like the type of clothes he wears, for example, or he will start talking about his reputation and tarnishing it and trying to embarrass him to stop his superiority. Sometimes the narcissist may accuse this strong person of being dishonest or having questionable morals to diminish his superiority over him. The second thing the narcissist does is that he belittles the strength, achievements, and success of the opponent in anything he does. The narcissist starts to belittle his strong opponent in order to feel superior to him. The narcissist diminishes anything achieved by this opponent and diminishes his efforts. If the opponent achieves any success, the narcissist may claim that the opponent was lucky in this matter, nothing more. It is in the nature of narcissists to diminish the value of others so that they feel strong and superior to them. The narcissist will do anything to make this strong person feel inferior or worthless so that he diminishes his respect for himself. The narcissist tries to convince people that this strong person does not deserve the success he has. The narcissist wants to control everyone around him so that no one can threaten his superiority, strength, and importance. The third thing is that the narcissist will do whatever it takes to control the opponent in any way possible. The real problem the narcissist faces when he meets a strong person who can stand up to him or refuses what the narcissist wants from him is considered an attack on his self-esteem and may result in a very strong reaction from the narcissist. The narcissist will consider this strong opponent to be challenging him, which the narcissist never accepts. The narcissist will search within himself in any way possible to find a way to control this opponent, and if he doesn't find it, he will start engaging in direct defamation campaigns and other manipulation tactics to ensure that he is the one at the top and that no one competes with him. This will make the narcissist hostile, and he will deal with these people aggressively. The narcissist will resort to lying and manipulation to ensure that he portrays the strong opponent as a liar. Due to his tremendous sense of entitlement, the narcissist considers any achievement made by the opponent to be worthless and that any action the narcissist takes, no matter how simple, is the most important thing and of higher value than anyone else's. The fourth thing is that the narcissist will make the opponent feel insignificant and weak. The narcissist considers himself always successful and superior in an unparalleled way, and when he meets a strong person, he will stand in their way, argue with them, and criticize their beliefs. He will try to make the opponent feel insignificant and helpless in the face of the narcissist by diminishing his opinion and belittling his words, showing him as worthless. The narcissist is always concerned about his sense of entitlement and always needs to feel that he is better than anyone else in order to maintain his self-respect and value in front of himself. One of the narcissist's main goals is to be the center of attention and to always be in the spotlight to diminish his opponent's importance and make him feel inferior and weak. The narcissist does this through verbal abuse and by starting to say things that the opponent said or did with lies. The narcissist also does this to show the opponent in front of others as having little value and as being stupid in order to diminish his self-confidence and self-respect. The narcissist can also create certain situations to make the opponent appear naive and incapable of acting wisely, so that people see him in a bad light. The fifth thing the narcissist does to his opponent if he finds him strong is to start spreading rumors about him. The narcissist, being a manipulative person, always needs to feel that he is better than anyone else and that he is more important than anyone else. This makes them treat others as if they were chess pieces that he moves according to his desire. The narcissist does not care about others or their feelings if he insults them in order to get what he wants. When the narcissist meets a strong person, he also tries to control him and manipulate him by spreading false rumors about him or by inventing that the strong person did certain things that are not good. The narcissist uses this method when he wants to show himself as a victim so that no one doubts his true intentions. The sixth thing is that the narcissist will see any way to turn people against the strong opponent. This is one of the most famous things that the narcissist does when he meets a strong opponent and will never be defeated. He will find many ways to do this, even by using the opponent's own words against him. This is something the narcissist is famous for because he is one of the most manipulative personalities because he deals with others as if they were open books in front of him and can know what can make the opponent react to his words and the way he uses them against the opponent. The narcissist won't have any problem lying about anything regarding their opponent because the narcissist can't face a strong opponent face to face. That's why they start inventing lies of any kind about the strong opponent, even if it reaches the point of accusing them of moral accusations and casting doubt on their behavior to portray them as a bad person in front of others. And of course, the narcissist doesn't care if what they're saying is true or not. All that matters to them is finding an opportunity to defeat this strong opponent. The seventh thing is that the narcissist may resort to threatening the opponent with direct physical or emotional harm. The narcissist may threaten the opponent with harm and abuse, which can be through threatening to expose something embarrassing or humiliating about them in front of people. They start saying these things to the opponent's friends, relatives, or anyone from their family, like their spouse, for example, if the opponent is a man, or their husband if the opponent is a strong woman, or their employer. They may threaten to sue them in court, for example, if this is legal. If the narcissist doesn't get what they want, they know well how to keep anyone away from them if they feel that their control and power are being challenged or doubted. In certain cases, the narcissist may threaten their opponent that they may harm themselves to hold them responsible for the harm that may happen to the narcissist. That's why it's better to avoid this type of confrontation with the narcissist. The eighth thing is that the narcissist will start planning revenge against this strong opponent. When the narcissist feels ignored or threatened in their personality by anyone, they will do anything they see fit to respond to what is happening to them. The narcissist resorts to revenge and may be very aggressive when entering a challenge. They know well how to make terrible plans to harm their opponent or to portray them as a bad person to the point that the narcissist resorts to destroying the reputation of this strong person without thinking, just to destroy their credibility in front of people or in the community they live in. The narcissist may also resort to destroying their reputation in their work by spreading rumors about them. In their work, all the narcissist cares about is maintaining their perfect image and always being right and having their words correct all the time. That's why if the narcissist is sometimes doubted or their position and strength are questioned, or if they lose a certain argument with anyone, they almost lose their mind and the personality that fights all the time to draw a perfect picture of themselves. The narcissist behaves instinctively at this time to respond to the threat they are facing and defeat it in any way possible. When the narcissist faces a strong person or entity, they become very aggressive and try their best to defeat this strong opponent or to retreat from these attempts if they fail. They start looking for an easier opponent they can control and overcome. In both cases, the narcissist always feels a strong desire to retaliate against this opponent whenever they have the opportunity to do so. I hope you have benefited from this episode, and God willing, we will meet in the next episode with a new topic about narcissism. Thank you, and peace be upon you.